Have you ever felt like you were trapped in the darkest storm of your life, unable to see the light at the end? Have you ever questioned why life throws such tough challenges your way? In this story of resilience and hope, we bring you the incredible journey of a donkey named Charlie. His struggle for freedom will inspire you to never give up, even when life's challenges seem insurmountable. Now, on to our story. It all began under the starry mantle of a night. A donkey named Charlie was grazing while his owner slept in a nearby hut. Suddenly, a crackling sound broke the silence of the night. Always vigilant, Charlie perked up his ears. From the shadows emerged an individual with a malicious look. Before the donkey could alert his owner, a muzzle was placed on him by that dark figure. Thus, the noble donkey was cruelly torn from his home. The man took Charlie to a place of despair and pain, a vast and arid land where even the air seemed poisoned. There, numerous skeletal donkeys wandered around mills. Their eyes were empty and desperate. This seemed to be the fate awaiting poor Charlie as well. The lords of this hell were a group of brutal criminals who embodied cruelty and greed. They forced the donkeys to work incessantly, providing them with barely enough water and food to keep them alive, while whipping them to exploit them to the fullest. Charlie, with an indomitable spirit, tried to escape on several occasions, but it was always impossible, and his attempts only resulted in brutal beatings. Every blow, every injury seemed to take away a bit more of his inner strength. In less than a week, he found himself on the brink of resignation. However, fate had a different path in store for him. One day, the estate's gates opened and jammed. They left the entrance open, waiting to repair it, and the donkey had lost so much weight in just a few days that the chains holding him had loosened. Before him was an opportunity that might never come again. However, the fear of further punishment made him hesitate. He turned away to resist that temptation. It was then that a heron with feathers as white as snow and eyes full of wisdom said, "What are you doing, boy? You can't miss this opportunity." The heron, who had watched everything from the branches of a nearby tree, encouraged Charlie so insistently that in the end, the donkey found the courage to seize the opportunity. Without much effort, he freed himself from the chains and fled the estate, the heron flying by his side. However, the criminals did not stand by idly. They mounted their horses and began chasing the poor donkey. At that moment, it seemed the world was against Charlie, as a torrential rain began to fall, as if those men had summoned the storm just to erase Charlie's only chance at freedom. The pouring rain turned the ground into a sticky swamp, preventing the donkey from seeing beyond his nose, causing him to stumble over logs and stones. Charlie, already weakened by malnutrition and fatigue, struggled to stay on his feet, but those criminals were relentless. With tears of despair, he could only cry and repeat, "I can't do it." His inclination to surrender and his growing despair increased with every step. However, he was not alone. The heron had flown above the clouds to escape the storm but had not abandoned Charlie. Its voice, almost drowned out by the rain, encouraged him, "Keep going, Charlie, don't give up, please keep going." Her voice was a beacon of hope in the midst of the storm, and the only thing preventing the donkey from completely giving up. Finally, when the criminals seemed about to capture him, the rain suddenly stopped and Charlie could see clearly. The brave donkey quickly realized that his true owner's settlement was only about 300 meters away. Inspired by that glimmer of hope, he gathered his last strength and ran to that safe place. Seeing the settlement, the men retreated, leaving Charlie free at last. Charlie's owner came running out of his hut and hugged him, tears streaming down his face. The heron descended from the sky and approached Charlie. The donkey looked at her gratefully and then asked, "Why did you have so much faith in me? If it weren't for you, I would have given up, and only God knows what would have become of me." The heron replied calmly, "The reason is that when you're in the midst of the storm, you mustn't stop. Never forget this, Charlie. From the sky above the dark clouds where I flew, I could see that you were running towards the end of the storm and towards shelter. That's why I asked you not to stop, because I could see what you couldn't, and I knew that you would soon be safe even if you couldn't see it in the middle of the storm," the heron explained. "In the bleakest and most challenging moments that life can throw at us, when it feels as though we're engulfed by relentless storms of adversity, it's all too easy to lose sight of the faint glimmer of hope at the end of the dark and seemingly endless tunnel." The story of Charlie, the noble donkey in our tale, serves as a poignant and enduring reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable circumstances, there exists an unyielding spirit of resilience and hope that can carry us through. Charlie's journey, marked by his unwavering determination to break free from the cruel chains of oppression and suffering, resonates with us all. Much like Charlie, we too may encounter moments in life when we find ourselves ensnared in circumstances that threaten to overwhelm us. Yet, it is during these trying times that we must channel our inner strength and recall Charlie's steadfast resolve, for it teaches us that surrendering to despair and hopelessness is never the answer. In our own lives, we encounter trials and tribulations that may appear as daunting as the challenges Charlie faced. These hardships may test the very essence of our being, threatening to break our spirit and shatter our resolve. However, just as Charlie pressed onward despite the odds, we too possess the ability to summon our own inner reservoirs of strength and courage. Much like the wise heron that guided Charlie through the tempestuous storm, we often find ourselves being gently nudged forward by unseen forces that encourage us to persevere, even when the path ahead is obscured by darkness, uncertainty, and doubt. This story serves as a poignant reminder that hope is most luminous when the night is at its darkest. It reaffirms our faith that no matter how fierce the storms of life may be, they will ultimately pass, yielding to the radiant light of a brighter day. So, if you ever find yourself caught in the tumultuous whirlwind of life's challenges, hold tightly to the story of Charlie and the profound message it conveys. Do not succumb to the chains of fear, self-doubt, or the judgments of others. Remember that the only true chain that can hinder your progress is the one forged by your own mind. Acknowledge that you possess the remarkable power to rise above the storm clouds with the promise of freedom, a better life, and boundless happiness awaiting you on the other side. Charlie's remarkable journey stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within every one of us. It calls upon you to continue forging ahead, even when the odds may seem insurmountable. Embrace the challenges that come your way as opportunities for growth, for it is in overcoming these trials that we find our truest selves. Just like Charlie, you too have the strength within you to persevere and not just survive but thrive. Let the story of Charlie be an enduring source of inspiration, reminding you to never relinquish hope, to keep forging ahead, and to have faith in the possibility of a brighter and more fulfilling future. So do not hesitate, do not delay, never give up, for your path to freedom, a better life, and boundless happiness patiently awaits your discovery and determination.